Length, definitely what I wanted. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for the length. Hey y'all, it's your girl Curly Kiki and welcome back to my channel. Now if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscription button below the video, and to all my returning subscribers, a warm welcome. Now in today's video I'm going to be doing this hairstyle for you all. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this hairstyle, do stick around and I'll be giving you the details. So this is my pre-stretch hair that I sorted out. Now you can go ahead and use any pre-stretch hair of your choosing. These I had laying around, so I decided to use it for the style. And I'm using this in the length 30 inches. So it's 60 inches on fold, but once you fold it, it's 30 inches in length. I first start off by dividing my hair into 4 sections. This just makes it easier for when it's time to create my parts. It's easier to manage my hair into the different sections, especially as I have not properly blew out my hair. It's not that straight. Now for the pattern, I went on ahead and created my anchor part just so that I can have some straight parts to the back of my hair. After that part, I went on to create that section to the bottom. This is what my hair is looking like once I'm finished with that first row. I am going to be releasing a full tutorial on how I parted my hair so that you can see, just in case you think the video is going a bit too fast in terms of the pattern, or if you want to see how I get my parts to be this straight. For the bottom section of my hair, I'm doing some individual knotless braids, or knotless to the best of my ability I would say, because I'm no professional, but I am doing some knotless braids to the back of my hair, and I'm going to be creating these knotless for 3 sections. So I already went ahead and did the first section that had 3 individuals in that row, and I'm working on the second section now. I'm trying my best to show how I am feeding in the hair. Hopefully you can look at the video and follow as I go along. For the individual knotless braids, I'm feeding in 3 pieces of hair, and that takes me through the length, so that's what gives the length of the braids. If your braids is a bit shorter than the 30 inches like what I'm using, and you want your hair to be longer, all you have to do is feed in hair as you go. So if you get to the middle of the hair and you realize it should be a bit longer, you can add hair, and that's going to increase the length of your knotless braids. For me, feeding in the hair at the beginning gave me enough length for the hair, so there was no need for me to feed in additional hair as I went on. For creating the knotless, I am using Shine and Jam at the roots of my hair to begin the individual braids, and once I get closer to the end of my hair, or where there's no Shine and Jam and I realize my hair is a bit frizzy, I add some additional Shine and Jam to my hair at those points. So you are going to see that as I go further into the video, but for now you can have a look at how I'm feeding in the hair for the individual knotless braids. This is the final rough individual I'm going to be creating, and I'm adding some Shine and Jam just to make sure I keep away the hair from mixing with each other, or just to make sure my part remains straight. That's what the Shine and Jam is there for at this point, and well, to aid in the parts. This is what it looks like once I'm finished with the last row of individuals, or at least to the back of my hair. And I'm using rubber bands to sort of seal the hair until I get time to plait the end straight down. I first start off with a center part to the front of my hair and separate the hair apart each side of the center part to get my hair, or that individual cornrow, as close as possible to the center of my hair. Now once I'm finished cleaning up that part, this is what it's looking like, and I add some clips just to make sure I keep that section of hair from mixing with the other section of my hair. I follow the same steps to create the part on the other side of my center part. Next, it's time to create my feeding cornrow. Now the very first cornrow, as you're seeing, it's to the center of my hair, and for the feeding process, it's not exactly a stitch braid. It's a regular feeding cornrow, and I'm starting with very small pieces of hair just so that it gives a more natural look. So I don't want to start with too big of a piece so that you can see that little lump to the start. So I would advise start off with small pieces of hair and gradually increase the amount of hair you're adding as you go along. Another thing is you need to be patient when creating these braids or this hairstyle, because it does take a lot of time, and if you try to rush the process, the cornrow is going to come out a bit bent. It's not going to come out straight and nice and flat. So it's best to not rush the process. Take your time and create your stitch braid, and that's what's going to help. So I'm doing the same exact procedure as I go along for the braid. The only difference is that I'm adding bigger pieces as I get to the back section of my hair. Now if you want this hairstyle to go a bit faster, I would advise blow out your hair just a bit more than what I did. I only blew my hair out just enough to take out the major kinks and coils from my hair. Everything else I sort of use shine and jam, or I try my best to sort of cover up my hair or conceal my hair with the hair extensions. For the cornrows on each side of that center braid, I'm doing simply some slanted parts, and I'm using my very first individual braid as a guide. So I want the first cornrow to end just where that part begins for the first individual at the base, or the individual that is closer to my ear. And I follow the same procedure for creating all the other parts in my hair, using the previous part as a guide. Now, as mentioned before, I am going to release a parting video so you can see all the details on the parting in that video. Now if you are having problems with grabbing the hair or picking up the hair for a section, you can always go ahead and use a comb to do so. If you don't have sharp nails or long nails, that can help. The comb does a great job with helping to separate the hair for you to create a nice smooth braid. Here I'm measuring the braid on the opposite side. This is to make sure that the braid is matching in terms of the thickness. So if it's not thick enough, you can do like me and add an extra piece of hair. Now this is why it's important to add small pieces and not thick pieces. So if it was too big, it would have been just a bit of an issue, but because it was smaller, it was easy for me to go in and add a piece of hair. Once I get to that last section of hair, I'm measuring just to make sure the hair is of equal thickness, or as equal as I can get it. So that's my reason for measuring, and that's what I did for all of the parts. I always separate and measure different lengths or different intervals of the braid just to make sure I get it as even as possible. When braiding down my hair to conceal my hair itself, I'm using Shine and Jam to sort of help in that process to conceal my hair so my hair doesn't stick out that much. I'm also using the braid to sort of cover my hair, but because I'm doing this style on myself, it's a bit difficult to do that tuck method properly, so I'm using the Shine and Jam to sort of help with that process. Once I was done with my entire head, I proceeded to braid down all of my hair, and next I dipped my hair in some hot water to sort of help with that movement and to set the hair. Now hot water is a trick in getting your hair to be nice and flowy and smooth and soft and everything, so that's the trick. Always dip your hair in hot water once you're finished with the braiding process. So y'all, this is the final look. This is what my hair is looking like after I did my edges, I did my makeup. So this is the final outcome. I think I'm loving it. At first I wasn't too keen on the hairstyle, but now I feel like it's giving. I think it's giving something. It's giving something. But the hairstyle, I do plan to do like a whole back at some point in time, because it does look cute when you hold it back in a low ponytail. Because of how low I parted the hair, you can't really do an updo style. You can do a half and half with the hairstyle. You can do half and half, or you can do a low ponytail, or you can separate it into two and have two little ponytails. So there's not much you can do with the style, but it's giving something. It's giving something. So let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. So I'm going to be stepping back. Let me step back and show you what it's looking, a full body shot. So this is so it is long. The length is what I wanted. Length, definitely what I wanted. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for the length. The size, I wanted to do this just a little smaller, but I know I'm not going to keep it that long, so I went on ahead and did it this size. However, I would say if you would like to do this hairstyle, go a little smaller. It's going to give you more of a diva finish. Me, I'm not going to keep these in too long, so this size is perfect. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below as usual. For this style, I used some 30-inch pre-stretch hair, roughly 2 packs of hair. It was not that much at all. You can use any pre-stretch hair of your choosing. Any brand is going to work. It's going to do the trick. So that's up to you. In total, I took roughly I'm gonna say no less than 8 to 10 hours to do this hairstyle, because I was recording, I was doing the hairstyle. Probably if I was not recording, it would have been done faster. If you decide to try this hairstyle and you want to go with the part to the center, I would say go a little smaller in your parting. So I did part it a bit too thick, I would say. I am going to be releasing a parting video for this hairstyle separate, because I do put a lot of work into my parting and I want to share it with you all, but I don't want to make this video too long. That's why I'm separating the video. So look out for the parting video within 1 week of me releasing this video. So whenever I release it, just count a couple days after, and I'm going to release it like within that time frame. Promise. But let me know what you think about the hairstyle in the comment section below. So y'all, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for staying until the end. Please do hit that subscription button below the video if you have not yet subscribed. It's going to mean a lot to me. And do give the video a thumbs up if you have not yet given me a thumbs up. So y'all, until next time,